Okay, today I want to talk about this story about this 17-year-old college-bound cheerleader that fatally passed away from supposedly a popular energy drink. So this is Larissa Nicole Rodriguez. She's 17 years old. She passed away from a fatal heart condition. Medical examiner said that she has no pre-existing health problems or heart problems, and the only thing found in her system was this energy drink here, Alani Nu, a popular energy drink that's marketed to young people but not safe for children to drink. Each can supposedly has about 200 milligrams of caffeine in it, about 2 cups of coffee or so per can. So what I find very interesting about this is that the family is suing for her death. I mean, they lost their daughter. She's 17 years old. Her future was bright. Apparently she's won some Miss Texas Onion Fest competition before. I mean, it seems like she's going places. But the family is suing the distributor of the energy drink, not the actual company that makes it, which that's the part where I'm kind of confused. They're alleging that the distribution company gets the energy drink, and they're the ones that push it out to everyone else, right? They do the marketing. The marketing's tied to young people. The flavors are all hip young flavors now, right? And so that's why they're suing them instead of the actual makers. Like, what do you guys think about this whole situation? I feel like it's just, overall it's very saddening. To lose a 17-year-old is the worst because, she's got her whole life ahead of her, and, you're, as a parent, it's crushing, especially like 17 is just a hard time to lose your kid. Like right when they're leaving high school and getting into college, and like that's when they're just starting their life. Like you think to yourself like you did the best that you could at this point. They're starting to leave the nest, and then boom, right before you even get to that point. Like I'm looking at like like the posts that they have on social media about her and whatnot, and you could see like she like goes into different like festivals, pageants, cheerleading. Think about the time and investment that goes into her to get her to this point, and then just right away. And we don't know if the energy drink had anything to do with this. Maybe it was just her time, who knows. They're saying that they didn't find any health problems with her, but sometimes you're just looking for something, because the energy drink was the only thing found in her body. I guess I'm curious to see like what time that this happened. Like, was it in the morning, afternoon, at night? I'm just like shocked at like at least even when I was in school, right? When I was in high school or even middle school, that's when Starbucks really started to kick off. And I just always remember thinking to myself, like in middle school, seeing like kids, especially girls for some reason, have Starbucks, like the Frappuccinos. And I'm like, it's really early. Like, I feel like when you're that young, you don't need energy drinks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the marketing for energy drinks to kids. Basically they say it's not for kids, but they're geared towards kids, and I don't understand why kids need energy drinks. Maybe we'll get off topic, but it's the same thing with all the like the boner pills that I've been seeing a lot of like commercials for and stuff, and I'm like, and you could tell these are geared towards like young guys. And I'm like, really? Do all these guys really have these issues? Or are they just looking for something because, like, I don't know, like some guy told them that they need, some boner pills or whatever, right? I mean, if you listen to any podcast, they're all pushing one of them at some sort, and then they're all pushing and energy drink. Celsius is a big one, that they're always pushing, which owns this Alani Nu energy drink. By the way, they recently purchased it for like 1.8 billion dollars. Like maybe it's a generational thing where, I mean, let's see, she's 17. That means if her parents had her when they were young, that's when, like I said, that's when Starbucks really started to pop off. And like kids in that time, even the Starbucks was a cool thing to have. You're in middle school or high school or whatever, and you got up like a frappuccino, and it was cool. And then so now they're grown up and they have their own kid, and she's into these energy drinks that supposedly she found out about online from some influencer, or her friends are into it now, so now she's into it. And her parents may think, oh, it's okay, whatever. When I was that age, I had a frappuccino in the morning, right? And but the difference now is that the technology or times have changed, right? Where one of these cans is actually equivalent to like having two frappuccinos, So it's like, ugh. And I don't know, it just things are different now. I hear people talk about like edibles is a big one, right? If you had edibles in the early days, right? Like 90s, 2000s or whatever, right? It only worked like half the time. These days, they have like 3,000 milligram edibles now that will send you to a different dimension. Like, it's just a different level of what's going on these days. Maybe the cycle will continue, like this new generation coming up, they grew up with energy drinks. And then when their kids, are growing up, they're like, like get yourself a 400 milligram can of extreme energy and you're good to go, and it's like, whatever. Or maybe it'll revert the other way because, what do they say now? They said that the younger generation doesn't drink as much anymore. And it's probably because like they watch their parents, stumble around. They're like, oh, I'm never going to do that. And it just keeps on going, so now alcohol is down. So who knows where this is going. But overall, this is a sad story. I just want to talk about it and maybe get your opinion.